My name is Dani Raznikov. I'm from Israel. I'm a grandmaster and I'm majoring in software engineering. Hello everybody, my name is Dani Raznikov. I'm from Israel and I'm going to show you today my game against Grandmaster Ernst Sipke from Netherlands. So let's go. D4, D5, C4, C6, CD, CD. So many people think that this variation of the Slav, the exchange Slav, has a reputation of being really boring and drawish in a way. But I think it's become really popular lately for a couple of reasons. Basically, many D4 players can find advantage in other main lines of the Slav. And also, at least from my experience, playing with black, the Slav exchange is not so pleasant because you mostly has to defend slightly worse position and a symmetrical one without much chance to win. So I was playing this for quite a while and with good results. So bishop f4, knight c6, e3, knight f6, knight c3, a6. This is one of the main moves. And here mostly white players play knight f3 or bishop d3, but I played bishop e2. The idea of this move is basically to not to let bishop g4 after knight f3, or after bishop d3, bishop g4, black is doing quite well. So bishop e2 is a tricky move. It's played by a couple of strong players lately. And black faces a kind of dilemma how to continue. So I had a couple of games here. One of them, my opponent played e6. It was first round in Gibraltar, some lower rated opponent. He played e6, and after rook c1, bishop d6, I just had a very pleasant game because my bishop on d3 is much better than b7. I have space advantage. So black is far from equality here. And another game I had in this line, my opponent played g6. This is international master Steinberg from Israel. He played g6, but again after h3, keeping this bishop. Bishop g7, knight f3, castle, castle, b6. Again, white has just easier game. These bishops b7 and g7 are not doing much, so basically it's slightly better position for white for nothing. It's not that easy to get this in Slav. So my opponent played bishop f5. This is clearly the best move. Yes?
Why bishop e2 and not h3 first?
Why not h3 here? Because I have to develop pieces also, I guess.
So you're basically playing bishop e2, bishop d3 later on, so...
No, but after bishop f5, how would you develop your bishop?
The idea is g4.
The idea is g4?
This is one of the ideas, basically, but this is not the best move, I think. But still, my opponent... no, I didn't play g4, but my opponents told me that they considered g4 for me, so they were kind of cautious not to play bishop f5. But bishop f5 is the best move.
So, wait. If bishop e2's idea is not to play g4, then what's the point of bishop e2?
Not to allow bishop g4.
Okay, but what's wrong with bishop f5?
You will see. Yeah, but bishop f5 is the strongest move, but it has some problems as well. So knight f3, e6, and queen b3. So now the problem is that you have to protect the b pawn. So how would you protect the pawn on b7?
Well, first of all, was e6 necessary? What about rook c8?
Rook c8 here?
No, instead of e6.
Oh yeah, but this is another line. Huh? This is another line. If you want later, we can discuss.
No, but my point is we're discussing the opening, you know? Okay. So you say that bishop e2 is interesting, and I'm like, why not rook c8?
Yeah, this is one possibility.
And now e6.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna play this one, I think. You're still going to have some problems with this pawn. Anyway, we'll go back to the game, and you'll see that it's also not so clear how to protect this pawn, because if black wants to play b5, then I can just take on b5, and they're going to win back a lot of material here because of the pin. Move like knight f5 is not so good here, because again I check, and if b5, I can sacrifice on b5. Yeah, something like that. Should be quite strong. bishop b4 again, I just castle and play knight a4 again. This pawn is very soft and black has troubles to defend it. So he played rook a7. This move was played before, but it's clear that this is not so ideal to have the rook on a7 because it's very passive and not affecting the game. So castle, bishop e7, rook fc1, castle, and here I played knight e5. So later I checked with the computer. I think the best move is h3 here, not to play knight e5 yet. And the point is, if I play knight e4, then knight h5, and he wants to exchange my bishop here. So h3 is a useful move not to allow knight h5. But the problem with knight e5 is that black has a choice between knight takes e5 and knight a5. So what do you think black should do?
Well, actually, question: what was Black's last move before before your move? Can he play? Okay, so instead of castle, can Black play knight h5 now?
Probably yes. Let's see. You should keep in mind some tactics. I'm not sure if it's working here, but
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
can I go here? Should I go here? Not sure. Let's try.
Okay, so first of all, I mean, I can easily play bishop g6. I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe g4 actually.
You don't see anything wrong with this pawn structure?
What, the pawn structure? No. I mean, if g4 is not working, then it's... No, actually, yeah. Okay, so yeah, good.
I think even this pawn structure is slightly worse for you. You're going to take here?
Why?
Because the pawn is on f6 and not here.
So what? Even better for me, I have king f7.
Okay, I'm not claiming that white has a big advantage here, but this position is not so easy for black. And okay,
And also, what happens if I take on e5?
here?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
I mean, no, f6, knight h4,
Yes.
take on e5.
With which piece? Pawn or? Right.
Pawn.
I'm just making sure too.
Okay, yeah, this is not good for black.
Yeah, this guy.
It's not good. Okay.
Anyway, it's not so clear, and knight h5 might be an improvement of Grandmaster Valentin Yotov. But for now, we stick with the game. Castle. I played knight e5. This move is not so good because I think knight takes e5 was a better idea. What I thought during the game was bishop e5, b5. This is the good move for him to try to bring this rook to the game. And during the game, I thought something along the lines of a4, b4, knight a2. I thought this guy might be hanging and it will be some slight advantage for me, but it's not the case because he can take with the g-pawn. And after bishop d3, plays bishop g6, and white doesn't have much advantage here, I think. So yeah, knight e5 wasn't the best move for me. I still can put some pressure here by playing queen d1, I think. Now there are very colorful arrows. I want to play a4, and after b4 I can go to b1, d2, b3. I want to free the b3 square for the knight. But this is not a lot for white. Anyway, my opponent played knight a5. I think he underestimated my next move. It's queen d1. And now, besides my queenside ideas, I also have a sort of unexpected move, g4. Let's say if he plays b5 to prepare knight c4, then I come with g4. If bishop g6, then h4. And the threat h5 is really unpleasant. He has to play something like h6, and all these pawn structures really looks bad. And if bishop e4, then I can play even g5. And again, his knight is out of play, he's losing the pawn on e4. It's really unpleasant for him. Bishop g5 is met by bishop c7. So we can't play b5, we had to play knight e8. So now I cannot play g4, bishop g6, h4, because h4 pawn is weak. I mean, it's hanging. So I just played knight a4, knight d6, and I want to double on the c file to play rook c2 and double. So I want to just exchange this bishop, and it's really nice that white doesn't mind to exchange pieces here because he has the control over the c file, and black's rook on a7 is making the life so difficult for him. So any exchanges makes the position easier for white, not for black. It's sort of funny how the knights are symmetrically placed, but it looks clear that black is nowhere near equality here. He played knight b5, want to exchange bishop, but still I don't mind this. I have the control over the c file, and by now it's, I think, a large advantage for white. Yeah, knight c4 he played. b3. Here I thought might be better play knight ca3. And if rook c5, rook a8, something like this. This knight looks kind of stupid, but it's not so easy to kick them away from their spots. Queen d2, want to play queen a5, and I thought it's nice. Knights basically are in the bad positions. They cannot really affect the game. But he played knight b6. I basically didn't mind it to exchange pieces because by now I have all the good pieces. The rook's on the c file, and the knight, my knight is much better placed, and his rook is still on a7. Black is in a really bad position here. Yeah, he played queen d8. a4, knight d6, rook c7. Now I have a threat, rook d7. The black has to find a good defensive move. It's actually possible. So what do you think, how black should try to defend its position? He made a really good move to make the life difficult for me. My last move. This one.
Is f6 possible?
f6. Whoa. Oh, queen g4, yeah. But I was going to play rook d7 anyway. Yeah, queen g4. No, my threat is rook d7. But I'm not sure how it helps you. No, he made a sort of funny move, but this is a good move, a5. Because my threat was rook d7, queen b6, a5 to win this knight.
I wonder how did he come to the conclusion, yeah, a5 must be the best move.
Thought a lot of, yeah, but I also came during the game to this conclusion.
It's, I mean...
Because let's say you make some random move, h6.
Oh, so the idea is queen b6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his idea is not to give a5.
Yeah.
Here is just losing the knight because, or losing the queen. So I thought a5 is a nice defensive move. And I start spending a lot of time myself because here I try to find some more or less forced win, but it's not so easy to break this position down because black is very passive, but the knight on d6 is still holding everything. So I thought it would be a good idea to distract this queen from d8. So I played rook d7, he has to play queen b6, and then I came back with the rook. So this is not repetition because now the queen can't go back, and knight d7 is a threat. So he has to play queen a6. So now it's another critical moment for white. What do you think white should continue here. What do you mean? Queen to 3? It could be.
Maybe it's not the best one, but it's highly annoying for black.
Yeah, at some stage I thought that I should have done this, but maybe not yet. I was very proud of the move I played, but maybe just because I read too much classical books about positional chess. Yes, Zula? Knight c6. I never thought about this move. Yeah, I can go rook a8, but if I'm taking, it's
No, if you take, you win with black.
B6, rook c6.
Take on c6.
Rook c7.
Yeah, and rook c8 and game over.
I would
Oh.
take on
Knight,
d6
yeah.
and play
Oh.
Who's game?
Okay, it's still not game over because g6 instead of, but doesn't matter. That's not matter.
Okay, no.
but I'm not sure knight c6. What are you looking for? Because the rook just goes back to a8. But it was a good try.
I would suggest queen d3.
Yeah, this is an interesting move, but I was proud of the move I played, but when I put up the computer, it just pointed some direct win, knight d7. And if rook d8, then queen g4. It still looked very strange for me, but apparently there's idea knight f6 check, and after king h8 to go knight h4, let's say. If he plays b6, then queen h4 is very strong. This is sort of computer ideas.
By the way,
Yes.
is there a variation? So go back. It's yeah. So I was thinking something like knight c5, knight e6, queen g4, but there's knight f5. So it doesn't work. Yeah, just
Knight
knight.
f7.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, but computer says knight d7 is nice, and black has to play rook f8. And it looks very pretty, but still, computer plays some mysterious move, queen f3, trying to bring it closer. I'm not sure what it all leads to. I decided that in this cramped position, black is most likely to make a mistake than make anything useful, so I played h3. You know, but Vinnik said that if you don't have something to do, then let your opponent play and he will probably help you. So I was hoping that it will happen. But actually, when I looked with the computer to these lines that I just showed you, like knight d7, rook f8, eventually this h3 move is useful in many lines. Just ignore the lines because it's computer math, but eventually, after queen d3, I have to play h3 anyway. So it might be useful in later to have this square h2 for the king. So h3 was fine. After b6, rook d7, knight e4. Now, Sahaj, what do you think? What is the best move? You're... No, queen f1, even better. Okay, you want to keep the knight on e5, right? But
King f1, don't you have knight d2 check or something? This is what I was thinking.
yeah, but your knight is not going to go out after this. Yeah, the knight here is stuck. So yeah, queen f1 was very strong, but at the moment I didn't think about it because
I can play queen f1, king f1, b5.
I think you can if I take.
Now check. Maybe you have knight d7, b6.
They should be lost for black. Just look at the
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's winning. Maybe I should.
I think you don't need this complication, so you can just play king e2 simply. Like, no.
After b5.
Yeah, after b5, just king e2 and then f3, and that's it. You should be much better. King e2 just simply. Or king e1 even better, so you can play f3.
Very subtle. But if he plays maybe before now,
This is why I didn't like queen f4.
Okay, a5 pawn
Queen
should
e3, you don't
f3
have
and rook
to-
c5, and you should be winning a5 pawn, I think.
What do you mean here?
Yes, knight
No,
c-
But
Knight
why would
c3.
you want to give the c3
rook
square?
c5.
Rook 8?
King e2.
Yeah, but why would you want to bring and give the c3 square? You only have one.
no, I think you should look here because it's more prospective. Yeah, it should be winning. But
But again, there are complications. Maybe queen d3 is. You don't have any complications.
yeah, but complication is not a bad thing if it's working for you.
Yeah, but here you can just squeeze your opponents. Just f3 or something. Maybe the knight on d3 is better because now b5, you have knight c5.
Okay, f3 goes back, knight f6.
Okay, but this is the position that he was aiming for, right?
No, but still, here I have knight on e5. This is
But why knight on e4? Why not on d3? It's doing more work on d3.
I'm not sure because on e5 it's putting some pressure on f7 and maybe I might come to c6 later. No, but this is interesting suggestion what Zura said. b5.
Maybe now play like Zura said, king e2 before and rook c7. And then rook 1 c6. So.
Oh, there is no. Oh, right. There is no rook to knight c3. That's nice.
And if rook somewhere, then rook 1 c6. Must be winning.
Yeah, I think.
You want rook a6 probably? Yeah.
Also rook
Still
1
rook
a6. Rook 1 c6.
Okay, rook c8.
No, rook c8, knight c3. It's still very difficult, but yeah, rook c7 is a good move. And I'm not sure what happens if black takes. Probably.
I mean, there's another file open. It's just.
Yeah, but I don't want to give him counterplay, so. Hmm. Oh, maybe. Rook c7. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably we just should play king e2 or something. Or maybe queen d3, whatever you said. But still, it was the right moment to try to exchange queens because here I didn't do it and position became much more complicated. I played f3, played knight g3, king f2, knight g4. Here I wanted to exchange queens, but here he decided to keep them. So I played g4, knight e7, rook c3. But it's still nice that even though white did not play in the perfect way, still the rooks control the c file and the rook on a7 is still waiting on a7 for something to happen. And black can never really equalize in this situation. Played knight g6. By now, both of us tried to make to the time control to move 40.
Instead of fg6, can I take fg6?
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about this because you want to play g5 if I play a4, yes? Yeah, during the game I remember that... yeah, I don't want to play f4, exactly.
a6 is a bigger weakness than f3.
You can play g5 on your own. And then f4.
No, but then
I have
it's-
f6.
f4. And king g3.
Yeah, if I manage to put it. So
Maybe instead of queen b8, play queen e7.
Yes.
Back.
Over.
You can play f4.
And then
Now
h6.
e5.
Now
h4, e5.
Yeah, there is some unnecessary complication. But I think just if I play something like king g2, just to avoid all the pains. Like e6 is much weaker than f3. My rook is going to come to c6 now, so or rook to c8. It doesn't really help you to solve all the problems. So we decided to be solid, gs6. Okay, now it was move 36, so both of us tried to make this to the time control. g5, queen 7, f4. Okay, eventually managed to move his rook on a7, but yeah, so this is move 40. And maybe he made the final mistake here, or not the final yet, but he played queen e7. He should have kept his king here. And even though I'm controlled the only open file, maybe it's not so clear how to win this position. Do you think it's winning or draw?
Who is white?
I'm white. I am white, Dennis. Because it's something rook c3 you can basically just hold. I'm not sure if it's holdable or not, but if I try to bring my queen here, anyway, my point was that it's not really pleasant position with black, regardless if he can hold or not, because he's just trying to not to make any mistake, and even single mistake can cost him the game. So it's not such a pleasant strip. Anyway, I played queen e7 and I played queen d3. Now the problem is I want to play h5, and if he removes the king, as he did, I still can play h5. And he cannot take because of mate. So f5 was an only move, but here his structure is much weaker. I can just continue this and play e4, or to play h5. The position looks very symmetrical, but it's still white who is clearly having the winning chances. Threatening rook takes c6. King g7, now I just remove my king to d3 and I can start attacking on the g file. So I played king g8 and h5 now works because he cannot take the pawn. He played queen e8. But now his pawn structure is even worse than what was before. Played rook c3 just to classically put all the pieces like they should be. Rooks in front and queen behind. Played rook d7. Yes.
Looking at the position, I think you discouraged your opponent from playing Slav Exchange ever again. Like, imagine, huh?
Yes.
25-50, no one likes to play such positions where you, I mean, he did not cross the center. Huh?
Yeah, but he tried to cross it once and then he resigned. He actually managed to do it and then he resigned. But
Access denied.
yeah, rook d7, queen e6, and rook c7. Now I'm ready to exchange the rooks because the 7th rank is much weaker and I can just attack g7. So he tried to cross the center, played b5, but this is just desperation because it's too late for him with such a pawn structure. I just took the pawn, he cannot take it back because queen b5. This pawn is hanging. Rook b5, rook c8. He played king h8, I'm not sure why. Probably to take with the queen and to make sure that the pawn on e6 is not with check, but b6, e5. Yeah, and here I could probably play for some mating attacks, something about rook g7 here maybe. But I felt it would be nice to keep playing calm and like to win without much effort. Rook takes g7. This rook endgame is just lost because I tried to play e6, and if he takes, I just play king f2, and my next move is rook a8 check and e6. I'm just going to promote the pawn. So if he wants to stop it, then he's going to lose on a5. So he just made 2 moves and resigned. So I thought it was a very nice game. It looks easy, but it's never easy to beat 25-50 without feeling it. And I think Slavic change is not as dry and harmless as it looks like.